Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz? And here's your quizmaster, Dickie Ticker.
It is Monday night. It's time for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz. I'm Dickie. I'm your quizmaster for this and every Monday evening. And wouldn't it be great if you could start the week with a bit of fun quizzing with the Hotpots? To do that, you're going to need four things. You're going to need a pen, paper, you're going to need a drink and some nibbles. If you're playing along tonight, whack your name in the box below. That'd be great just to see who's playing. If you've got a team name, because there's a couple of you in your front room or whatever, whack that in as well. And maybe even at your friend on a social network to see if they can play along with you. Listen, while you do all that, because there's loads of stuff, I'm going to speak to some Hotpots. First up is Bernard. Bernard, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Aha! My name's Bernard, and I'm from Lancashire.
Yay! He certainly is. Thanks for joining us tonight, Bernard. In a very dark top.
Yeah, she's just a jumper. Yeah.
Oh, you look good, isn't it?
Thank you very much. I've heard that the slimming and lockdown pylon, you know.
Yes, it happens to the best of us.
Doing what we can. You will have noticed there I opened with an aha!
Yes, very Partridgean.
Yeah, you might be wondering why. Would you like to ask me about my drink and my nibbles?
Oh, you haven't got a ladyboy for your drink, have you?
It might be even better than that. To drink this evening, I've got a nice big fat shot of Director's Bitter.
An actual big fat shot of Director's Bitter?
Yeah, just let's have a go at that. No, not for me, thanks.
Yeah, but
sorry, go on, Dick.
I was just going to say, I believe you might have something a little warm for your nibbles.
Yes, of course. I've got what you would think would be a secondary drink. No, I've gone full partridge. I've just got like a cup of beans.
Have you got a sausage to scoop it up with?
Aye, it's got some little sausages in it as well.
Well, that's an absolutely wonderful Michael special.
Thanks
to start off the quiz. I'll let you crack on with that while I speak to the next Hot Potter along. It's Bob. Bob, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Woo! It's Bob Riggles here, calling from Lancashire.
Yay! Brilliant for you to join us tonight, Bob. Great to see you this Monday. Been up to anything? Did you get up to anything over the half term?
Massive task for me this week. I achieved one of my dreams. Got a bit of time off, nowhere to go really, so I've just sat at home and I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Wow.
It's not solved. I'm not going to solve it now because, the time doesn't allow us to. But sussed it, got it, got the T-shirt.
I think that'd be good for if you did an IGTV video.
Want to do one of those?
Show all the Hot Potters.
I get a bit of time and I get a non-bad hair day, which they all...
Is it just as simple as peeling the stickers off and sticking them back on in the right place?
No, there's methods, there's stages, there's rememberizing to do. It's all very simple once it's up there.
So what have you got for your drinking your nibbles to celebrate your Rubik's solutions?
So Mrs. Wriggles bought me a Brewdog lockdown isolation pack, which is basically an advent calendar full of beer, which isn't used in the run-up to Christmas. I have opened number one, and in number one, have a guess what number one is.
Punk.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's it, punk. And to stodge that up, I've got these crisps. I've bought this brand before, but never bought this actual flavour. I think it might be new. It's Kettle Crisp, sweet chilli and sour cream.
Oh,
very nice. Yeah.
A delicioso combination. Okay, I'll let you tuck into those, Bob, while we speak to the next Hot Potter along. He's been missing in hyperspace for a number of weeks, but he's resurfaced now. It's Kenny. Kenny, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'll do cockers, Kenny Body here, and I'm from Lancashire.
Hey, great to finally have you back. You've not been 100%, have you, mate?
I've not been well, no. I've been a bit ill.
But
Starting to feel a little bit better now.
Yeah, you're back with us now. You're back with us now.
Yeah,
That's the most.
Can't get rid of me that easily.
No, you're and you're going a little shaggy in the chin skull area.
It's not been a priority, so I'm plenty of grey in there, but I've really not been having the energy for messing around and grooming, so just let myself go a little bit.
Never mind. Right, but what have you got for your drink and your nibble? Well, I've heard terrible tales of you not actually touching any ale for about the past month or so.
I've literally not had a beer since the one I had on the last quiz that I appeared on. That was the last beer that I had. And as you all know, I do like my beer. And as much, just trying lots of new things. And I've just put a Brewdog order in. And before I got ill, and then I got ill and it arrived and it's still by the front door unopened because I've not been well. So I've just not been feeling like a beer, which is a sackable offence, really, I guess. So yeah, today, instead of a beer, because I'm still not feeling quite 100%, I was going to have some Lucozade, but I've drank it all. So I've gone for the G Fuel energy formula.
Oh, scoop it up.
Sour blue chug rug, which in my glow-in-the-dark G Fuel shaker looks a little bit like it's doing that thing.
Looks like a bit like blue milk.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. like Luke Skywalker. So, I mean, it's sugar-free, it's only 15 calories, and it's got vitamin C, E, B6, and B12. So I'm hoping it'll perk me up a bit because I've been ever so tired.
Like a drink you get in that bar that goes on Coronation Street.
Yeah, and to go with it, I've had these for a while and I've not opened them up. With that being the sour blue chug rug, I've gone for the blueberry bliss gourmet sweets, which are vegan friendly as well. Gluten-free.
I was just about to say that I've seen some of those in our house. So
not only
I thought they were vegan.
They're shaped like cats.
Kitties.
Yeah. Cats should be eaten. Everyone knows that. Carry on.
Okay. I'll leave you to chew our little sour, furry friends while we speak to the next hot potter of the night is Dr. Ron. Ron, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Cockers. My name's Dr. Ron Seal, and I'm still here at my mother's in Lancashire.
Yay! Still fighting on, hanging on in there. Yes, with full fingers. What have you got for your drink and your nibbles tonight, Ron?
Well, I'm going on a bit of a health kick tonight. So what I did was I got myself some Coors Light. I don't even know if that's I don't even know what the light is. I just thought it might be like Coca-Cola Light. So I bought that.
It glows in the dark, I think.
It's what, sorry?
It glows in the dark.
It glows in the dark. And for my snack, I've gone old school. And I got myself some Fox's party rings.
Oh, ain't no party like a party ring party.
Yeah. Here we go.
I like a party ring.
And the rings are mini, much like the calories in the Coors Light. You are onto a winner, Ron.
How many did you get in there?
83 calories. Have a look at the gram. 21 grams. 21.
That could be worse.
How many rings?
2, 3, 4, 5.
5 of them.
Well, you'll have to space the remaining 3 out then.
You'd have 10 bags
every 2 questions.
It's a 10-bagger, easy.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Ron. Let's get back to the main business in hand. I've got 10 questions for you on 10 hot pot themed topics. No answers in the box below. Just put them on your sheet. That's why I asked you to get a pen and a piece of paper. Now then, you hot potters here, are you ready?
Yes.
Hot potters at home, that's you lot. Are you ready? Well, let's get quizzing.
All right.
Question number 1 is all about the music. And Wigfield, the lovely Wigfield, got to number 1 with her smash hit Saturday Night. But in what year? Was it A, 1994, B, 1995, or C, 1996? Wigfield, Danish, I believe she was, number one hit Saturday night, but what was the year? A, 1994, B, 1995, or C, 1996?
It was 1 year after she released Friday Afternoon. Thank you very much. Thank you.
There's the jokes, folks. Question number 2 is films. And 1997's The Full Monty, about unemployed men becoming a striptease act, was set in which UK city? So The Full Monty, about all them fellas stripping off in the knack, and that was set in which UK city?
Preston, obviously.
Obviously. If in doubt, go for Preston.
Yeah.
Question number 3 is egg, sausage, chips and beans. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's getting a little more tenuous every week, was one of the biggest stars of the 80s and 90s, but he retired from films briefly to become governor of which American state?
Come on, you all know this.
Just do it. Why
Do
don't you do it?
Do it now.
Rumor.
So which American state was Arnie the governor of from 2003 to 2011?
In fact, when he was at some kind of rally, when he was the governor of that state, somebody threw an egg at him and it hit him. And quick as a flash, Arnie went, "Hey, that guy owes me some bacon."
Was he doing an impression of Rutger Hauer?
That was me doing Arnie doing Rutger Hauer in the Hitcher.
Yeah, good lad.
Thank you.
Question number 4 is bitter lager, cider ale and stout and shandy. And the term shandy dates back to 1853 and is a shortening of the word handy shandy. Is that true or is that false? So the term shandy dates back to 1853 and shandy itself is a shortening of the word handy shandy. Is that true or is that false?
Just changed mine. Just changed it.
Like your undercrackers.
It's not my birthday or Christmas.
Always go with your first answer. Question number 5 is carry on hot potting. And listen up. A gang of thieves plan to make their fortune by stealing a shipment of contraceptive pills from Finisham Maternity Hospital. They assume disguises and infiltrate the hospital, but everything doesn't go according to plan. That is the plot of which Carry On film? A, Carry On Doctor, B, Carry On Matron, or C, Carry On Again Doctor? So thieves steal a shipment of contraceptive pills from Finisham Maternity Hospital. Is that the plot of A, Carry On Doctor, B, Carry On Matron, or C, Carry On Again Doctor?
Change my answer again.
Question 6 is about the sexiest band in the whole of the United Kingdom. We're talking about the Lancashire Hotpots.
Oh, I think you're going to say Atomic Kitten.
And we regularly mention real companies in our songs. Here's a list of financial institutions. Which one of these banks isn't mentioned in one of our songs? A, Santander, B, NatWest, C, the Halifax. So which one of these 3 banks isn't mentioned in a Hot Pot song? A, the Santander, B, the NatWest, or C, the Halifax?
Oh, who? Is that Wriggles, who's extremely crunchy?
Kettle chips in it.
Yeah,
Very
that's
crunchy.
good crunch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Question number 7 is Wheel of the North, and the North hosts the Grand National each and every year, pandemic aside, one of the UK's most famous horse races. Here's the names of 3 of the fences in the Grand National, but one of them is a false fence. Which one is it? Is it A, Valentine's Brook, B, Canal Turn, or C, the Step? So which one of these isn't a fence? on the Grand National? Is it A, Valentine's Brook, B, Canal Turn, or C, The Step?
Be confident with that one.
I've been to Nash me.
Did you pay attention to all the fences?
Nay.
That's what the horses were doing, yeah. Question number 8. He's dead now. And this week, it's Jerry Rafferty, who sadly died in 2011. Now, most people know Jerry for Stuck in the Middle with You, but it was actually performed and released by a group Jerry was in at the time. What was the name of that group?
Ron Seal will know this.
So the late Jerry Rafferty was in a group that performed Stuck in the Middle with You that was in that their Reservoir Dogs. What was the name of that group?
I've had a punt. It's all you can do, isn't it?
Very famous group. The actual group gets a mention by the DJ in the Reservoir Dogs as well. If you can cast your mind back.
Is that a Coen Brothers film?
No, Tarantino.
Right. Thanks for that.
Question number 9 is all about the televisions. And actor Roger Lloyd Pack played Trigger in Only Fools and Horses. But why was his character called Trigger? Was it A, he shot a dog, B, he listened to country and western records, or C, he looks like a horse? So why is Trigger from the Only Fools and Horses called Trigger? Is it A, because he shot his dog, B, he listened to country and western records, or C, he looks like a horse? And finally, for this Monday night, it's your punk luck round. And this week, I'm suggesting to you synthesizer guru and 80s android Gary Newman's real name is Gary Oldman. Is that true? Or is that false? Tubeway Army, Our Friends Electric, what's it? Music for Chameleons, Gary Newman. His real name is Gary Oldman. Is that true or is that false? Those are your 10 questions for this Monday evening. Thanks very much again for joining the Hot Pots. It's all about a little bit of a half-time drink together.
Yeah, you want Dead Pony there, McCott?
Yeah, still going through the old rider. For me nibbles this week, on the KFC Zingers. They're nice, but I wouldn't say they taste anything like KFC. Well, I know, of course, these days. It's been a long time since I've partaken.
Have you not had the vegan KFC?
Yeah, it was rubbish.
Can I recommend to everybody a cup of beans as a snack? Thank you, Michael, from Partridge. It was delicious and hot and warm and sausagey. However, a big fat shot of Director's Bitter. After years of brewdog abuse, it's not very nice.
Too bland, I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyone got any items of business for the? Because obviously yesterday was our Tim's listening party, and I'm sure that was a tremendous success. Not that we record this on a Saturday night or anything.
Was that yesterday? Really?
I was yesterday, yeah.
That's good, hasn't it?
Easy for you to get to. I'll start that again. It's easy for you to forget, isn't it, Bob?
Yeah.
Considering for some people it's not actually happened. There appears to be no other items of business.
No.
In that case, should we crack on with some answers then?
Yes.
First off, who's feeling confident after that particular round? Nobody?
Not really.
Yeah, some yes, some no.
No. Anything
Too
with
early
dates,
to say.
anything with dates, films, or music, I'm not very good at. So,
Anything with dates, films, or answers? No.
yeah.
Well, let's go on to one of Bernard's nemesis first off, and it is the music, and we're talking Wigfield, a lovely, lovely Wigfield, and her smash hit Saturday Night. What was the year? A, 1994, B, 1995, or C, 1996? Bernard, which one did you plug for?
I've got no concept of time or of things that happened in similar years, so I just put 96 because I know for a fact some football happened.
Okay, Bob.
I thought it was quite early on in the 90s. After the earliest one there is then 1994.
Okay, Kenny.
Yeah, not 100% sure, but I also thought it was quite early, so I've gone 94.
And Ron.
I went straight down the middle, 95.
The correct answer is 1994. If you went earlier, you did the right thing. God bless her. And of course, she appeared in St Helens the other year as well.
Oh, yes.
At the Reminisce Festival. No doubt, playing Saturday night 3 times.
Does she still look like Helga, the lady who occasionally plays with the Hotpots?
I think so. I don't know whether she dons her pigtails for to make it look like she's still in the video.
It's like your goatee beard, Bernard. Wigfield needs to wear those.
Peel it off at night.
She needs to wear them for contractual purposes.
Yeah.
Question number 2 is all about the films, and I said the Full Monty was set in which UK city? Bernard, UK places.
Yeah, just went big, just went north, just went Sheffield.
Sheffield. Bob.
Yeah, I watched it a couple of weeks ago, actually. Sheffield.
Kenny.
I don't think I've ever watched it, but they were steel workers, weren't they? And, Sheffield, Steel City.
And Ron.
Sheffield.
It's a clean sweep for Sheffield. Of course it was. And there was an American musical in which it was relocated to Buffalo, New York. There you go, fact fans.
Industrial town, maybe, yeah.
Egg sausage, chips and beans, and we're talking Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I said he was the governor of which state from 2003 to 2011? Bernard.
Get my constituents to the chopper. The ones from California. No.
California. Bob?
Yeah, I think it was also California.
Kenny? California. Kenny?
Yeah, California.
And Ron?
California.
It was California. I think I'm just making them too easy this week. Bob appears to be having a little bit of a turn there. Question 4 was bitter lager, cider, ale, stout or shandy. And I said shandy dates all the way back to 1853, but is actually a shortening of a longer word, which was handy shandy. Now, is that true or is that false? Bernard, what does your lemonade detector tell you about this one?
It's the first answer that I changed from false to
true. Bob?
No, I couldn't see the logic in handy shandy or shortening it or...
It was the 1800s, they didn't know what for say.
Yeah, things were different then, but I went false. You're talking codwallop.
Okay, Kenny?
Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure, but like Bob, I've gone false, but like Bernard just said, you never know. Things are called all kinds.
Yeah, they didn't have that many words. There was like hands.
Yeah, they just made stuff up, didn't they?
Shans.
They didn't have words for things, so they just made words for things.
Exactly.
Yeah, the and.
Shans.
Everyone's got a couple of shans in the kitchen. Even these days.
And finally, Ron, what did you plump for?
I went with Bernard. I think it's true.
It's false. Now, the thing is, it does date back to 1853, but it's actually a shortening of the word shandygaff.
Yeah, that's even more ridiculous.
It is shandygaff. Yes, so it is a long. If you enjoy shandy, you're enjoying a long-established tradition. Now then, speaking of long-established traditions, number 5 is Carry On Hot Potting. And I said, a gang of thieves plan to make their fortune by stealing a shipment of contraceptive pills from Finisham Maternity Hospital. That's the plot. I know. That's the plot of which Carry On film? A, Carry On Doctor, B, Carry On Matron, or C, Carry On Again Doctor? Bernard, what do you think? What does your detector tell you?
Well, I thought you weren't going to give us any options, so I went with Carry On Up the Duff.
Oh.
But what you gave us, I went with C, Again Doc.
Again Doctor. Bob.
I also went for C, Carry On Again, Doctor.
Oh, everyone's plumping for C. Kenny, what did you go for?
I wasn't sure, so I went down the middle with Matron rather than one of the two doctors.
Matron and Ron.
I've actually never seen a Carry On film all the way through.
What?
Seriously,
so
never seen
like
a Carry On film all the way through. But I went with Carry On Again, Doctor.
Robbing my lines.
Okay, the correct answer is Carry On Matron. Released in 1972 and written by the best Carry On script writer that there was, Talbot Rothwell. He was the governor. Now then, Ron, as soon as we come out of lockdown, there's going to have to be some sort of Carry On movie marathon.
Carry On-a-thon.
Carry On-a-thon.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Ron, do camping and never watch another one.
Now, if you're going to watch one, you can watch Jungle, and that hasn't even got Sid James in it.
Oh no, Carry On Camping. It's got to be Carry On Camping.
Camping.
1966. Question number 6 is all about the Lancashire Hotpots. So here's a list of banks. Which one isn't mentioned in one of our songs? A, Santander, B, NatWest, or C, the Halifax? Bernard, which one isn't mentioned in your encyclopedic memory brain of lyrics?
I've gone for Halifax. My new lighting position's not doing well with paper, is it? But I've got Halifax.
Okay, I can sort of see that. Kenny?
Oh, we're not going to Bob.
Oh, sorry, Bob.
I don't know for sure, I guess, but I also went with Halifax.
2 for the Halifax. Let's go to Kenny now.
Yeah. As with Bob, not very confident, but also went with Halifax.
Oh, so now then, is this rich vein of not much confidence? We're going for the Halifax, going to continue with Dr. Ron.
I also went Halifax.
Oh, well, you're all correct. Well done to all the hot pots, and well done to the hot potters at home if you got that, because I thought that was a bit of a tricky one as well.
My bit of logic was, I can't think of anything really that rounds with Halifax.
Well, just for non-imaginary bonus points, does anybody know which particular songs the other 2 featured in?
No.
Is one of them in Lancashire Town?
NatWest.
That's NatWest.
Best in the old NatWest. And Santander is Nan's Blue Disabled Badge from A Fistful of Scratch Cards.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It was B that I was quite confident that the NatWest was Lancashire Town, but it was a 50-50 between Santander and Halifax. And
you plumped correctly.
Halifax, there was nothing there for Halifax, so that's why I plumped for it.
Guys, I've finished my punk IPA, so
no.
I got myself
a hole in the bottom.
Hey, it's a Monday night. Start the week.
Oh, yeah.
More on Monday.
Monday
what it is.
night, and I like the way you booze, Bobby Wriggles.
Question 7 was We Love the North, and the North, as I said, hosts the Grand National. But which one of these isn't event in the Grand National? A, Valentine's Brook, B, Canal Turn, or C, The Step? Bernard, you say you've been to the National, so I'm expecting a good answer on this.
Yeah, you've tried for triples up on Thardis fence on course. You've had a little change of the words there after seeing the chair and changing it for the step.
Do you reckon? You reckon that's how my brain works?
Well, nobody knows how your brain works, but I've just had a punch.
That's true. That's true. Nobody at all. Bob.
I think I definitely know Canal Turn. I think I remember, because you usually get the pull out in the paper, don't you, with all the kind of course and the and all the fences and stuff. I think it's not Valentine's Brook. There's Beecher's Brook, isn't there? So I went with you're talking out your Valentine's book.
Valentine's. Okay, Kenny, which one did you go for?
I mean, I wasn't confident anyway, but now Bob said that Canal Turn is one that he thinks is definitely on there. I might have fell at the final. Jump, so I've gone B.
Oh, he's gone for the Canal and Ron.
Yeah, like Kenny. Now Bob said it, I feel a bit stupid. Canal Turn.
Canal Turn's there.
Okay, the incorrect fence that I just made up was, and Bernard's got it right, it's The Step.
Oh, I nearly went for that one as well. Never mind.
I
figured, my logical brain was saying, why would you ever jump on a turn?
There is a turn though. It's quite. It's
That
one.
sounds
of
a bit dangerous.
I think for the first time in Hot Pot quiz history, I've got a question right that nobody else has. So let me do something urban with my hands.
My logic let me down.
Well, we might have better luck on the remaining 3 questions. Still everything to play for. A third of the questions up for grabs. Question 8 is, he's dead now, and Jerry Rafferty. He sadly passed in 2011. And he basically sort of sung Stuck in the Middle with You, but he did it with another group of men, and they had another name, not Jerry Rafferty. Bernard, what was the name of his group?
If I've got this right, it's only thanks to JB poisoning my mind with old songs. I've put Steeler's Wheel.
Okay, Bob.
I didn't have a clue on this, and I know this is wrong. I just put Thiegels.
Nothing wrong with that. Kenny?
The only one that came to mind was Steeler's Wheel. I don't know if you can see that with pens bleeding through from the other side.
No, I can't say. And there's also a subliminal happy birthday constantly flashing on and off, just to make sure that we remember your birthday. And finally, I think he's going to guess this because he's the master of the 70s. Ron?
Definitely Steeler's Wheel.
It is Steeler's Wheel. Well done if you got that one.
Yes. Thank you, JB. Well done, son. That's all those hours force-feeding 70s hits into me was not wasted for that moment. Well done.
Not at all. TV, Roger Lloyd Pack played Trigger on Only Fools and Horses, but why was Trigger called Trigger? Was it A, he shot a dog, B, he listened to country and western, or C, he looks like a horse? Bernard?
Yeah, I went with massive head. He looks like he's got an horse's head. C.
Okay. Bob?
Yeah, I also went with Seahorse.
Kenny?
Yeah, went with the horse.
And Ron?
Yeah, looks like a horse.
You're all correct. It's C. It looks like a horse.
Oh, I might have got half marks here. This is exciting.
And I tell you what is exciting. The fact that we're up to question number 10 and it's our potluck question, and I said 80s synth android Gary Newman's real name is Gary Oldman. True or false? Bernard, what are you plumping for?
Much like that band who did that song in the 80s. True.
Bob?
Can't see it. There it is.
No, we've got a famous Gary Oldman anyway, haven't we? It's got to be false.
Kenny?
I don't know if there is 2 Gary Oldmans, but I don't think Gary Newman's one of them. So I'm going to go false.
And Ron?
I went true.
It's false. Oh, his real name's Gary Webb. He's not called Gary Newman, he's called Gary Webb. Those are your 10 questions for this Monday evening. How did you do? Toss up your scores and put your score in the box below. We can see how well you did and see whether you got better or worse than our assembled hot pots for this evening. I've got my Quizmaster's totalising pen as we go to the first member of the team tonight, which is Bernard. Bernard, I think you had a fairly decent week. What did you get?
Clickety clicks. It's a 6.
It's a 6 on 10. It's again, we're going to have to reposition your light for it.
Yeah.
It's too strong.
I was going for its side before, but I tried for come right in my face. Is that it? There we go.
That's better, yes.
Should have done that from start.
We can see
Clickety
you
clicks. It's a 6.
Bernard got a 6. Bob, what did you get this week?
Did a little bit better than that. Got a 7.
Oh, nudging ahead with a 7. Thanks for that, Kenny. Puts us out of our misery. What did you get this week?
Well, even though I didn't make the quiz last week, I played along at home, and I would have got what I believe would have been my first 10 out of 10. So I was really disappointed not to have made it. The 10 out of 10 still eludes me, but I managed to get a 9 this week.
Oh,
Do you know, that 1 week I didn't play, I was playing along. I got a 10 as well.
And finally, Ron.
Oh, dead last. I got a 5.
Oh, not
Well
to
done,
worry.
Kenny.
It's all about the taking part. But that means, with 9 on 10, Kenny is the winner of this week's Hot Pots quiz.
Thank you. It's all down to the G Fuel.
The G Fuel. That's the secret of your competitive edge.
Available in all good
Scoops,
stockists.
it's like Scoops for healthy people, but Scoops for fat nerds who play games all day.
It's basically a massive buzz pop.
Yeah.
Right. Well, from being out for a couple of weeks, here's the scoreboard. And I think you're going to give Bob a run for his money, and of course, the other Hot Pots they can jump in and potentially win at any time. Maybe not Billy, because he's not really picking up the phone at the moment.
Come on, Ron. Come on.
I know. We need to up our game here, Bernard.
Or we could just keep turning up and getting on it. You know.
Yeah.
There is always that.
Monday night, innit? Why not?
Monday. Why not? It's Monday. Listen, thank you very much indeed for taking part in this week's Lancashire Hot Pots quiz. It's great to have your company each and every Monday night. Thanks for joining us. You stay safe over the coming week, and we'll see you next Monday now. Ta-da!
Big up your brothers.